Hello, crypto champions. Today you will learn about the tensions between the US presidential candidate and Gary Gensler, as well as the possible growth of XRP up to $50,000. Yes, you heard right, but it all comes with one condition. Let's get started. US presidential aspirant calls out SEC chair in presidential debate, slams crypto regulatory framework. U.S. presidential aspirant Vivek Ramaswamy has expressed disappointment at the current crypto regulatory regime, calling out SEC Chair Gary Gensler for his agency's overreach. At Wednesday's fourth GOP presidential debate held at the University of Alabama, presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy displayed awareness of the current problems facing cryptocurrency startups in the United States. Ramaswamy responded to questions on his planned policies for the cryptocurrency industry if voted into power. As part of his campaign promises, the presidential aspirant had pledged to regulate crypto in a way that would ensure economic freedom for Americans. However, the questions he received revolved around whether such policies would also not provide opportunities for money laundering and fraud using cryptocurrencies. In an apparent allusion to Binance's recent multi-billion settlement, host Eliana Johnson queried Vivek Ramaswamy in a style that put cryptocurrency in a bad light. Vivek Ramaswamy responded with arguments on how the current regulatory regime has failed. He told the audience, "Fraudsters, criminals, and terrorists have been defrauding people for a long time. Our regulations need to catch up with the current moment." The fact that Sam Bankman-Fried was able to do what he did at FTX shows that whatever they have as the current regulatory framework isn't working. Citing an example of how the current regulatory framework has not addressed concerns, Ramaswamy called out the SEC chairman Gary Gensler. He described a recent embarrassing event where Gensler failed to tell Congress whether Ethereum counted as a regulated security or not. Vivek Ramaswamy dubbed such failures another example of how the administrative state failed, pledged to shut down irrelevant government agencies. Continuing his speech, Vivek Ramaswamy noted that the current administration has failed because those elected to run the government are not actually running the government. Instead, agencies such as the SEC have been allowed to write policies, including those not authorized by Congress. Vivek Ramaswamy pledged to address the discrepancy if elected president and even muted the idea of putting the U.S. Federal Reserve in its place as part of the crypto discussion. He added, "In my administration, by the end of year one, we will have a 75% reduction in the number of federal bureaucrats. We will shut down government agencies that should not exist and rescind policies created with congressional authority." Well, I find the comments made by U.S. presidential aspirant Vivek Ramaswamy during the GOP presidential debate quite significant, especially in the context of the ongoing discourse surrounding cryptocurrency regulation in the United States. Ramaswamy's criticism of SEC Chair Gary Gensler and the current regulatory framework resonates with a common sentiment in the crypto community. The ambiguity and perceived overreach by regulatory agencies like the SEC have long been points of contention. Many in the crypto industry advocate for a regulatory environment that is clear, fair, and not stifling innovation. The example he cited about SEC Chair Gensler's hesitancy to classify Ethereum reflects a broader issue of regulatory clarity that has been plaguing the crypto industry. Ramaswamy's focus on economic freedom aligns with the ethos of many cryptocurrency proponents who see digital assets as a way to democratize finance and reduce reliance on traditional financial institutions. However, his stance on drastically reducing federal bureaucracy, including agencies like the SEC, is a double-edged sword. While it might reduce what some see as regulatory overreach, it also raises concerns about the enforcement of basic investor protections and oversight necessary to prevent fraud and maintain market integrity. His comments about putting the Federal Reserve in its place in the context of crypto discussions are particularly intriguing. It suggests a willingness to rethink the role of traditional financial institutions in the age of digital currencies. This could potentially lead to innovative policies that better integrate crypto into the broader financial system. However, the idea of shutting down government agencies and significantly reducing federal bureaucrats, though popular among certain voter bases, might be overly simplistic and could create gaps in oversight and enforcement. Effective crypto regulation requires a balance. It should protect investors and the integrity of the market without stifling innovation and growth. In summary, while Ramaswamy's remarks highlight important issues regarding crypto regulation, the solutions he proposes may require careful consideration to ensure they don't undermine the very objectives they aim to achieve. Balancing innovation with investor protection and market integrity will be key in any future regulatory framework. Now let's get to predictions. Top analyst weighs in on XRP hitting 50K when Bitcoin touches 500K. In a recent livestream session, renowned crypto analyst Zach Rector sparked a conversation on the possibility of XRP hitting 50,000 compared to Bitcoin's potential ascent to 500,000. Rector began by acknowledging Bitcoin's recent into the 40K region. He highlighted Bitcoin's impressive chart climb, referencing the origin of the rally that commenced on October 16th, amid a fake ETF report. With Bitcoin breaching the 44,000 mark and XRP around 0.64, Rector highlighted the challenges and opportunities for XRP and Bitcoin to hit the ambitious targets. On the prospect of Bitcoin becoming an asset worth 500K per unit, Zach Rector expressed skepticism about the reality. In particular, he raised questions about Bitcoin's potential to surpass gold's market cap. The foundation of this view is that Bitcoin at 500K would amount to a market valuation exceeding $10 trillion and a market cap close to gold. The analyst claims Bitcoin lacks the utility to attain a multi-trillion cap like gold. Meanwhile, he raised doubts about Bitcoin gaining additional utility without significant changes to its network. In parallel, Rector cited multiple Bitcoin forks that supposedly diluted its core value, such as Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. He asserted that these attempts diminished the authenticity of the original Bitcoin. In contrast, he hinted at a more optimistic outlook for XRP. Specifically, Rector acknowledged the possibility of Bitcoin reaching 500,000, but questioned its likelihood compared to XRP's potential to hit 50,000. Backing his claim, Rector presented a compelling case for XRP's growth trajectory. He first contended that many underestimate the scarcity factor of XRP. He pointed out that the utility-driven burning mechanism, combined with the diverse functionalities added to the XRP ledger, XRPL, could result in a shortage of available XRP for liquidity. Specifically, Rector underscored the significant developments within the XRP ecosystem, such as introducing an EVM sidechain, NFTs, and automated market makers. He also cited the XS55, which seeks to allow diverse payment capabilities. Furthermore, the analyst argued for XRP's liquidity function in the payment landscape. In this context, he drew a contrast to traditional assets like gold, asserting that gold lacks the inherent functionality to serve as liquidity. Rector believes XRP's role in enhancing liquidity through DLT technology is pivotal in enhancing its value. Despite acknowledging the lengthy journey ahead for XRP to reach 50,000, he believes that the combination of liquidity function, utility enhancements, and problem-solving capabilities positions XRP as a key player in the digital asset landscape. It is worth mentioning that XRP growing from 0.65 to 50K necessitates a formidable percentage growth, almost 8 million %. On the other hand, Bitcoin ascent from 44K to 500K would be merely a 1,136%. I would like to remind you that this is just an opinion. Will it become a reality? Maybe yes, maybe no. Don't lose your head at moments like this. On the one hand, in this world, everything is possible, and I do not deny the probability, but on the other hand, you should rely on yourself and your knowledge, or a person who you think gives useful information and whom you trust. If you are waiting for a way to become a millionaire tomorrow, there is no such thing in crypto or anywhere else. I read a lot of complaints about clickbait in the comments, but it is necessary that you opened the video, watched it, and emphasize something useful for yourself. For example, in each video, I do a review on Bitcoin and XRP. I give their trading strategies that actually work. Watch the past videos and you will be convinced of that. And the news that I collect is also useful both for your own education and for investing in XRP and other assets. I wanted to share that with you honestly. Thank you for watching my videos. And now directly to the market review. Bitcoin continues to consolidate around 44K. Domination has fallen below 54% after all. Bitcoin gave it away to altcoins and now you see pumps everywhere. Solana, Cardano, DOT, and so on. XRP, as we can see, is not standing still either. It has gained almost 5% net growth. Not as much as the others, but it still has a long way to go. We broke important resistance levels at 0.6513 and 0.6639, and now we are going to take this huge short liquidity. The road to 0.7166 is open. Those who came in with me from 0.6204, well done. Those who did not, do not get upset. You can still look for entry points after the correction from levels below. We have 0.6639 and 0.6513. I wouldn't do it from current levels because it's a bit late. That's all for now. Watch the levels, put notifications. Tomorrow I will give an update on the situation. Don't jump in on the highs and only then will everything work out perfectly. See you in the next videos.